Hi, this is Tim from CosmicLifePower.com, and what I'd like to do right now is kind of give you a demonstration of how to make your connection with the cosmos. Now, fundamentally, everything made by nature has uh, within its makeup, its vibrational makeup, it carries the vibrational signature of the Earth within it. And in turn, the Earth carries the vibrational signal of the cosmos. So whatever is formed by nature not only has the vibrational signature of the Earth in it, it also has at some level the vibrational signature of where the Earth originated, which is the cosmos. Now, when I speak of the cosmos, some people might call it the source, the universe. We're not speaking of a thing. We're speaking of a divine mind that is behind all of that. And when we speak about the cosmos, we're not, we tend to think of it purely in physical terms, but it has a physical manifestation. There's also a vibrational manifestation, a living intelligence that is behind all of that. And the vibrational signature of that living intelligence is in every natural object. So when we go through our, connecting with the cosmos, we are in this exercise utilizing things that have been made by nature. It can be a simple stone like this, a piece of citrine. This is a crystal like this. Anything that is formed and made by nature will do for this exercise. And what I want you to do is simply hold a natural object. In my case, this is the stone I found on one of my walks, and I just seemed to be attracted to it, and I picked it up, and it appears to have a fossilized seed in it, and beside the fossilized seed, although you can't see this, is what looks like a small face in this. So I was immediately attracted to it, took it home with me, and it's kind of become my companion, this little stone. And it's one of the things that I use when I want to meditate and connect with it, with the cosmos, and it's kind of like my grounding point, and that's the purpose of this exercise. Because when you have something made by nature and it's carrying that frequency of the cosmos in it, that is your connecting point. It's almost like it's in a little antenna, and you might find this to be a little far out, but I was led into this by asking questions and wanting to know experientially for myself the truth about these things, because I'd heard Gregg Braden and others talk about this. And this gets down to quantum physics and so forth, but I'm not going to get into all that, quantum physics and string theory. But anyhow, at a subatomic level, this carries the signature of the cosmos. And I had, like I said, I've been drawn into this because I was seeking and asking questions. But what I began to do is, with this and objects of nature, like on my walks, was project love to it. I felt intuitively led to do that. Okay, it wasn't something I would have never considered it. Okay, beyond my realm of thinking, believe me, to do things like this. But intuitively, I was led to begin doing this. And this exercise involves holding a natural object in your hand, just like this. Hopefully something that can fit comfortably in the palm. Holding it and projecting love to it. Now, it might help you to think about someone you love, or something along that nature. It might be whatever it takes to stir up the emotion of love in your heart. Okay? And as you're doing that, you hold this in your hand and you focus on this. Okay? as if you're projecting love from your heart through your hand to the object, and then understanding that this object is then broadcasting that signal out to the cosmos. And the reason we do the exercise this way is because you are putting your mind, your thoughts, your emotions, and your physical body all in the chain. Okay? That's what makes this so powerful. All right? And it allows the cosmos, the divine mind, to touch you on every level. All right? So as you're holding this natural object in your hand, okay, and focusing on it, and you bring up the emotion of love in your heart, and you project it, imagine it going into the object in your hand. Not that you're in love with the object in your hand necessarily, but this is where you're focusing that energy. And it's as simple as bringing up that emotion of love in your heart. And just mentally, just imagine as you're holding that object that you're sending that signal through your hand and into that object. And then knowing that that object is transmitting it. Okay. So what I began to do was things like this. And as I went on my walks, if I went by a tree, I felt intuitively led to hold onto the tree branch or a tree leaf and do the same thing. Now, as you do this, you can do this exercise for 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, half hour a day, whatever you feel comfortable with. And also, your surroundings, these may not be living things around me, but I was also intuitively led that when I walked into my home to begin saying or projecting love to the things around me, because they will also pick up that vibrational signal. It's kind of like heat in a room. You know, when you heat a room, you're not just heating the air, it's also warming up the walls, the ceiling, the furniture. Everything gets warm. And when you project love to your surroundings, you can embed the vibration of love in all these inanimate objects. Okay? And it fills your atmosphere. It'll change the atmosphere of your home. Okay? If you begin to do this, trust me. But anyway, back to our exercise. Hold an object in your hand, a natural object. Bring up the emotion of love in your heart. And imagine, focus your thought on what's in your hand. Just begin thinking, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And as you're focusing on the object in your hand, understand that this is also sending a signal out to the cosmos. But this is your focal point, okay? You just begin saying, I love you. I love you. I love you. Give me divine wisdom and insight. I love you. I love you. I love you. And as you do that and you make a practice of this, don't be surprised if at some time, and you may be caught completely unaware as I was. And this is when I realized that all these things that had been given me intuitively to do were on the right track. Because one day as I went for a walk, and I habitually have a path that I like to take in a park. And I walk this path through the woods in the park. And I always come to what is generally my turnaround point. It's the place where I stop and reflect, meditate, take a deep breath, breathe the fresh air. And that's where I turn around and I head back the way I came when I'm ready to go home. Well, one day, after I've been doing this for a while, I got to that turnaround point and it just felt like love was jumping out of the trees onto me. And that's when this became experientially real. And I began to understand that when you project love out to the cosmos, it will send it back. And you'll be surprised at how sensitive you can become to things like this. I have looked up at a starry sky and picked out a star and said, I love you. And it was almost as if I could feel that coming back. Okay? I know that sounds crazy, but you have to understand the universe and the cosmos is made up of physical material, but behind that is an intelligence. All right? And that intelligence fills all of that. That intelligence created all of that, and it vibrates in all of that. Okay? So you're actually multiplying when you send out that signal. It's going out there and it's being multiplied. And that's why when it came back and it hit me so strong. I could almost physically fell to my knees, is how powerful this was. Okay, that I had tears coming out of my eyes. I didn't think I could take it much longer. Okay, it was very, very tangible power. All right, so that's how you make your connection with the cosmos. Do that. Do this on a regular basis, as often as you feel comfortable. And when you feel things like are getting a little out of whack, maybe that's the universe's signal that, hey, it's time to get back on track with this. Because what you'll find is the law of attraction works from the basis of love. And that's not stressed enough. Okay? And that's why a lot of people trying to use the law of attraction aren't having a whole lot of luck with it. You need to project love. And this is one of the most effective and powerful ways that you'll ever find to make that connection with the cosmos and the universal mind. Find a natural object, hold it in your hand, raise the love, the vibration, the emotion of love in your heart, and just as you hold that object, focus on it, and just say, I love you. I love you. I love you. And know that you're actually speaking to the divine mind that created that thing and who has its vibrational stamp in it. Okay? So that's the basis for the exercise. You can go through that. There is a video below this by Deva Premal, a mantra that is extremely powerful. And that will really help you as well if you do this while you're watching that video. But be forewarned. Like I said, it is extremely powerful in and of itself for making that connection. So this is Timothy Miller, and goodbye for now, and we'll be talking to you real soon.